glass of cannabis. It's been a glorious year. I want someone in here to stand to their feet and tell me their best way to smoke. Who will it be? You right here. What's your name, girl?
Not him. It don't really matter when we all agree. What's your best way to smoke? Cause I'm rolling it up. Smoke like I ain't had enough. What's your best way to smoke? Cause I'm rolling it up. Smoke like I ain't had enough.
What's up with y'all out there? This the Best Way to Smoke podcast, and you smoking with Big J.
And Serpo Jr. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and tell a friend.
Yeah, hit that like button. Please do that. Man, look, hey, look, we want to... You got it on the rocks, too, though. Hey, look, we want to thank everybody that tap in with us and tune in with the Best Way to Smoke podcast, the subscribers, you know what I mean, the people that share it, you know, with other people to bring them in for us, though. You know, we always jump into the tip, so this is the tip. We close to the holiday season, and if you buying presents for people that smoke weed, for stoners, you know what kind of gifts they might like. You know, somebody that smoke papers might not want a bong. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't use the bong. And it's a lot of people that do use the bong. So know what you buying for that person. If they a stoner and shit. What you think?
That's cool. I can dig that. But if they smoking, and if it's a gift actually, and they smoking papers or whatever it may be, you give them a bong or something, maybe a blunt banger. Try something new.
Since you put it like that, though, you know, I get that, though. But what if you don't like smoking on bongs, though? It's a lot of people that rather smoke the blunt or joint.
And guess what? Man, and maybe you may have some company or something that want to blow just like that. You can make those accommodations.
Oh, okay.
Straight up.
So so I got you, sir, bro. So a nigga get you know, you can accept the gift on behalf of people that might come over. Yes.
Stoner love, baby. Stoner love.
I can dig it. So look, that's the best way to smoke tip. You know what I mean? So look, we want to talk about, you know, some of the biggest challenges that's gonna take place for 2023, you know, in the cannabis industry. You know, and, you know, if we look at it right now, we in a state where it's 21 states that allow recreational cannabis.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's 37 states that allow legal medical use of cannabis products. So it's still, as far as recreational, it's still less than the overall, you know, amount of states that we have in the United States. You know what I mean? But, like, this is what's expected for 2023. Like, global cannabis sales are expected to increase from 13.4 billion to, and that's in 2020, that started in 2020, to 148.9 billion by 2031. You know what I mean? That's how far it's projected to grow. You know, even with it projected to be federally legal. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's, you know, that's what they thinking out there.
Like, I can see that, like, right there. Like, just to point on that one right there. You can see, like, where we at now in cannabis. You know, it's like we ain't too old to not know, to where it's like it wasn't as many strains as it was when we was teenagers.
Right.
And even before then, if you take us up out the picture, you know what I'm saying? We babies rolling around like snotty noses and all that. Our parents had whatever type of bud was coming around then.
Sure.
You know, and it's like, if you see like you see the advancement just from that, like on the underground level, you know, and it's like now, and it's like a lot of states is recreational legal, medical legal, you know, and it's like, just to point out one, how New York, it's like it was a time New York, they were seizing all of their little cannabis, little trucks, this, that, and the other little shops and stuff that they had.
That was recently, yeah.
Yes. So now, like, going in 2023, you can see that portion right there, or that little part, you can see an upscale going right there. Because it's like, now we don't have to worry about, oh, if the shop finna get ran in and shut down, if all my stuff is legit. You know, so it's like, as they see that projected grow, that's like what damn near 15 years from now?
Mm-hmm.
Man.
It's like, you could do your research, like, just like really digging into it. Like 60% of Americans believe that cannabis should just be legal for medical purposes.
And recreational.
You know what I'm saying? No, just right. For both medical and recreational. And it's about 31% that believe it should be just legal
Just
for medical.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's more it's riding for it's a high percentage for both. You know what I mean? For the medical and the recreational, because at the end of the day, like we always talking about, we big advocates for the tree, for the green leaf and shit like that. Even different products like the cannabis drinks and shit like that, the edibles and stuff. So it's like, weed ain't that bad. As long as you know who you getting your shit from. The worst thing you can get with weed is, pesticides and shit like that on it. Too much of that kind of bullshit, So as long as you know where you're getting your product from, I feel like, man, weed is not a bad thing. You know what I mean?
Look, I think I'll be part of that little 61%, 60%.
Right.
Because it'll go both. I'm not biased with it. But when you just go with the 31 with just the medical, that's when, like, all right, I get to talking to somebody, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, so another person is going to have to tell me what's wrong with me. Mm-hmm. You mean to tell me I don't know what's wrong with me? Mm-hmm. So me being me, I am totally incapable of knowing what's wrong with me. Right. So therefore, this person has to tell me what I have to take medically. Mm-hmm. And it's like, it's more than too many times to where it's like people done been misdiagnosed.
Yep.
With whatever it may be. So if it's researches and things out there to where it's like cannabis deals with depression, anxiety, pain, like all type of things that you know about yourself. So if I know, like, man, I'm feeling like this or whatever it may be, I know I'm feeling like this. Yep. So I can smoke this little bud, eat this little edible, however the hell I choose to use this. Yep. Because I know what's me. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, like, I'm part of the 60 because it's non-biased there. It's like, okay, I use it for medical and recreational. Right. And then if you come over here with just medical, it's like, all right, so if I do use this for recreational purposes, you looking at me like I'm doing something totally wrong. Yep. You don't know what I'm going through.
So now y'all remember we always talked about the MORE Act, which was, a bill that they put in place to help benefit people that's been affected, by cannabis and shit, by the weed, you know what I mean? Going to jail and all that kind of stuff. So that bill, I ain't gonna say it went away. It was just it kind of morphed into the Cannabis Administration and Opportunity Act. That's what it is now.
Like buffed it up, you so to say?
Right, yeah. I think they stepped it up a notch because it would allow adults to buy and possess up to 10 ounces. You know what I'm saying? You'll be able to possess, right now it's just an ounce. So you'll be able to possess up to 10 ounces of marijuana without facing criminal penalties. In no kind of way, no tickets, no nothing. You know what I mean? You don't have to have no medical paperwork, none of that shit though. You'll be able to have that in your possession.
So right now, it's like if you have certain like you have your papers and stuff together, you can't have 10 ounces in your possession if you able to run a shop or whatever it may be.
Yeah, for sure. It's different rules for them. For people with those kind of licenses, that's growers, dispensary owners and shit like that.
But as an individual, it's like even like in the home or whatever it may be, it's only an ounce.
Like right, but like we talk about in certain states and shit like that. I forget what state that was. You can have shit. It's a lot of plants. It was like
20 something. Yeah,
something. There was a lot of plants though per person type shit though. So if you think about it, that allows you to have a lot of weed. Mm-hmm. You're gonna have more than an ounce, and I think it was real lenient. Now I ain't gonna say real lenient, but it was more lenient than like say California or Nevada and other states like that and shit. You know what I mean?
So what is this one right here? Is that just pertaining to California right there?
The more no, that's worldwide.
So this is gonna be worldwide. It don't matter like what
not
state,
worldwide, but in a
statewide.
Yeah, statewide
throughout the U.S.
Right.
So as far as like the states that say that you can have 2 ounces here and an ounce here, because that's a big thing within the states. For because sure. within these states that have they certain legal limits, say coming from California to say maybe New York. the ounce carry or whatever you can have in your possession may change. Because I think out there in New York, I think if I'm not mistaken, like it's like 2 ounces or something.
Yes, a little bit more. So what you saying, like driving to go there?
No,
from here,
like
or
when you fly,
taking a flight?
If you fly, because it's like you're not going from state to state.
Right.
You know, so if you flying from one state that's legal and going to a next, it's like complications may come. You within the United States. We're not going outside the United States.
Sure.
But we going from one state that's legalized to another that's legalized. But the variations may differ of what you can have personally. You know, so that makes it kind of hard for certain people that may be going on certain trips or whatever it may be to travel with their recreational or medical. So now with this right here, it's just going to be a flat 10 ounces for these states that's legal.
Yep. And that I think that's a dope thing. And it's going to open up banking reform for the cannabis industry. And that's been big because it's still a lot of companies, legit companies, that can't actually go to, a bank. They have certain, different like banking, sort of kind of like banking companies that allow you to hold your, will hold your money and shit like that though. But it's not like Chase, Bank of America, like, spots like that. They not fucking with us right now. You know what I mean? So if it's federally decriminalized and taken off that Schedule 1 drug list, then, it's going to open up opportunities to get, bank, like we talk about, man, bank accounts and shit like that, though. Business loans, different things that you'll be able to touch as a business owner, as a legit motherfucking business owner in the cannabis industry.
That's big.
It's a motherfucker, man.
That's real big.
Well,
what else they talking about up inside of that thing, Big J? No, but I was looking at something on there too, though. It's like as far as like with that that growth phase from pretty much now to what was that, 2031? It's like if you look at just like that prediction right there, for them to put that out there in a way that cannabis is going now, it's like it's something to like really look forward to as far as like certain investments. You can start going on a stock exchange because they putting something up there to where it's like some of these cannabis stocks and things of such should be like up there with the big wigs.
But they not, yeah.
This is like if they making that prediction there, it's like you got to look at it. It's like they looking at, you know what I'm saying, a big growth. You know what I'm saying? If you look, you know what I'm saying, if I'm not mistaken, it's like what it was. 13 billion to 148 billion. You might as well say 150 billion. Within years. That's a reasonable reach. Yep. That's reasonable. So it's like if you see that right there, it's like cannabis is like really on the up and up, and not really just like if you go outside of the banking, if you go outside of the flower, you go outside of the medical and stuff like that. You have people out there as far as like they taking the hemp. They're using the stuff, you know what I'm saying, to make certain type of clothing.
Lotions, all kind of shit, deodorants.
All that old good stuff. And it's like, and if you look at it, this is like some of the, I ain't gonna say the most natural stuff, but it's like you can tell that like, you know what I'm saying, it's like for people to go and do that, they putting time and effort into it.
Something I heard, not to get too much off topic, but something I heard about hemp just recently is that it also has with a lot of carbon dioxide in it. You know what I mean? So even just smoking it and shit like that, even putting the lotions on and stuff like that is putting that carbon dioxide like in your body and shit.
So that's real dope right there. And it's like from you saying that right there, that also mean this 2031 little thing for these billions. It's like that's opening the door for different research as such, for somebody to go and find out, oh, this hemp can do this.
Yep.
Oh, this flower can do this. Oh, I can actually be funded to go and do this research. I don't have to be like struggling to, like keep a roof over my head, this, that, and the other, and then do something that I'm passionate for. So it's like a whole lot of information is going to be readily available. And like 2031, motherfuckers going to be like billionaires, like within off of cannabis.
Yeah. But then just like even looking at some of the challenges, you know what I mean, going into that, dealing with like the rising interest rates and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's still a lot of hurdles and challenges that gotta be that a lot of these companies gonna have to get through because it's about the money. You know what I'm saying? And like I'm saying, with the rising interest rates, it's the capital. So it's more that you gotta fucking put up. You gotta put up more. You got to have more to offer to be able to start that, and you know, and to get that going.
You got to have a solid team with that. Like, you know, you got to use your resources. If this is a cannabis community and we like fighting to do this together, I understand certain people may not agree with others, but then you have certain people that do agree, and it's like those that do. If you rely on each other and share each other's resources, it's like that's how you're going to make that village or that city or whatever it may be that much stronger. You know, because if it just be like, all right, if the people that been fighting to have their cannabis products, hemp products, or whatever it may be, like put out there on the market, and then once it's like legal, this, that, and the other company just come in and bogart you up out the way. Because
it's a flood.
If people band together, you stick together and you keep a fight, you know what I'm saying? It's like you can kind of like somewhat combat something. I'm going to be a strong believer in that
and
shit.
I hear what you're saying. I definitely hear what you're saying, but it don't, majority of the time, it don't go that way.
No, it don't. You know but it's like a motherfucker's actually
that's like a hope and a dream kind of shit, though. You know what I'm saying? For real. It's like a hope and a dream because we keep talking about Walmart and fucking Amazon and shit, though. We not thinking about the brands that make Newports and the Camel companies and the motherfucking all these other alcohol companies that's gonna get involved in this fucking industry, because a lot of people believe cannabis and alcohol go together. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people believe that. So it's going to be a shakeup because it's not going to be just Walmarts and those retail businesses. Yeah. It's going to be the tobacco companies. It's going to be the alcohol companies. It's going to be a lot of different companies that has the money and the capital to get in it because it's going to be so profitable. That's why we're going to see the shit every motherfucking where. We're going to see it in gas stations. It's going to be packs up there on give me that pack of Gorilla Glue right there. And it's going to probably be boo-boo as fuck. Because a lot of these states want to regulate the THC levels. That's why the black market is going to flourish. And that's another reason why I believe it's going to be a challenge in 2023. Because if all these things change and it is decriminalized, a lot of these companies, it's going to water this shit down. You know what I'm saying? This shit gonna be watered down. So the underground that's still gonna be having that real Gorilla Glue. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That real death store, that real, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, real cookies, real this, real that. Nigga, they gonna flourish. The people that know how to go get that product is gonna get that product.
You don't think that like how you say like the Newports, the Camels, the Cools, and all them motherfuckers, like if the alcohol companies and this, that, and the other, if they get a hold to it and they putting out boo-boo stuff, like do you feel as if like people that's within the industry now and if certain businesses that they are engaged in, say if it's not, I guess, worthy, lack of a better word, to go up against these companies, do you think that they can actually like take their resources and actually get on that team right there to actually produce a legitimate product?
Yeah, I believe it's gonna probably go that way in a small percentage. I give it a small percent that's gonna go that way, but it's gonna be a lot of people that don't want that strong ass THC shit that we be smoking and shit. It's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna probably be like, oh, this is only 15% THC. Oh, I might try this. This is cool. I'm not,
and that's gonna fit. That's really gonna fit those consumers.
But it still opens up. It might be people that consume like that buy the high grade shit right now and smoke a little bit of it at a time because they don't want to be too high. Man, that's real shit though. Cause it's a lot of different type of stoners out there. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of different motherfuckers smoke. Different motherfucker might tap a little bowl and shit in their bong. just a little bud. You know what I'm saying? And be cool for the whole for the whole night, nigga, and go to sleep high as a motherfucker. You know what I mean? So it's gonna definitely be those people.
But look, though, hold on. Before you go, those people who take that one, you know what I'm saying, little bowl or whatever, and they go out for that night, it's probably some good. So if you're going up there getting this bullshit, you finna be taking 5, 6, 7 fucking bowl hits for you to reach that one that you had before that bomb.
Look, though, because if just think if a tobacco company get a hold of the shit, it's gonna already be in the cigarette
They're
form.
not gonna be high. You just having a fucking head rush.
But listen to what I'm saying. Like a person that don't smoke that much, just a casual smoker that, this is only
you ain't got no business smoking. Shit. He ain't got no business smoking.
That's not reality though. You know what I'm saying? That's not the reality of it though. You know what I'm saying?
But the motherfuckers who smoke is going to get the shit that they want to get. You know what I'm saying? And that's where you saying the black market might flourish.
Yeah, and just think about COVID though, right? The way COVID did shit though. It was a lot of people that wasn't smoking weed that came over and started smoking weed though. You know what I mean? Because motherfuckers sitting at home, and those are the people that probably was like, that shit too strong. But then it's like, okay, let's go check it out and see. They got something that's a low grade. Oh, okay. Camel might come out with some pre-rolls.
See, that's like looking up, like going towards then. It's like a lot of people like going back how you say with the COVID.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people like started smoking bud then. You know, and it's like
a lot. Nigga, they flourished. That was one industry that flourished during COVID.
I forget who put the research out there, who did the study, but it's a study out there. Like if we go in the show, go in the comments or whatever, by then I'll have it for you.
Yeah.
But it's like during that time.
No. All you gotta do, look, just push that button on the side of your head.
No, but look though. Look though. But it's like they say they came over because a lot of people were losing jobs. A lot of people were like, you know what I'm saying, in some areas were threatened with like losing the homes, this, that, and the other. You know, so it's like the feelings and things that they had. A lot of those people came over to smoke then to deal with the sadness, the depression of certain things that's going on. And a lot of those people who came over and started doing that got like a different, like, and got to like doing certain things, you know, and that doesn't come from a doctor coming and saying, oh, you going into depression. You know, that's going back. I know I'm going back to like me being a part of this little 60% that's with it to go recreational and medical. It's like you got this study of these people, all right, I'm losing this job. I'm threatening to losing my car, this, that, and the other. Man, I'm feeling fucked up. I done smoked some real Gorilla Glue.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, all right, it done calmed me down to the point to where it's like, all right, I am totally aware that I'm about to lose my job. I'm about to lose my car, but my mind is not flooded to where it's like I can't think of a different way, a different revenue stream to me to get out there.
Because what they say, you smoke sativa to figure out the issue. You smoke indica when you know you can't fix the issue. You know what I mean?
Oh, snaps. That's cool right there. During the pandemic, according to participants, perceptions, 29% reported they increased only cannabis use. 15% reported they increased only alcohol use, and 19% reported they increased both cannabis and alcohol.
Right. So you look at that percentage, I mean, that's a pretty high number though. And when you think of, if that's looking at that's the United States, right?
Yeah. Look, and it's like,
that's a pretty high number.
It is for the cannabis, and it's like, I'm going to give cannabis a tap on the back. You know what I'm saying? A pat on the back, because it's like you got to rise up in that, and it seemed as if like alcohol, it increased, but it didn't go up that much.
So you know? just to what we was talking about, 19% reported increased cannabis and alcohol. Like I was saying with the alcohol companies, that that's the kind of shit that they was looking at. All these reports, this the shit okay. Man, watch that shit when that shit get decriminalized. You know what I mean? Right now, it's kind of like still a gray area a little bit to where you can kind of maneuver. You know what I'm saying? But it's hard to, I ain't even gonna say that now because they have a lot of these task force that's cracking. Like a few shows back, maybe about 3 weeks ago, excuse me, we talked about all the dispensaries in Compton and shit like that, though. You know, and I was telling you that, like, man, you drive down this street, particular street, and you gonna see a dispensary here, there. Now you drive down that street, ain't no dispensaries on that motherfucker.
And that's from that task force, right?
Yep. Went in there and shut shit down, got shit boarded up, gated up and shit like that, though. You know what I mean? So, and that's the push that's coming from a lot of these legal dispensaries, because as we talking about the challenges for 2023 is dealing with the illegal market. And like, if the legal market is gonna twist it the way that it's like kind of projected to be twisted, if it's decriminalized, then like I said, man, the illegal market is gonna flourish, man.
And you think that's like some hater shit? Like, if you got a shop open, you doing what you doing, and then you got the shop up the street or whatever, they got their little papers or whatever it is, but you got some old dirt bullshit ass weed. But the shop up the street got some cool shit up in there, cool prices and all that. So you dropped a dime on them.
Hey, look, sad to say though, cause hey, nah, man, that's not no hater shit. That's business. You know what I'm saying? That's business. You can't, in the realm of business, you can't even look at it like that. Like you said, you got to figure out a way to survive that. You know, maybe it's banding together or some shit like that, or getting with some other company that's like-minded. You know what I'm saying? But it's not hate. It's business.
I can understand. Like, I can see it, but it's like, if I'm up there like that and it's like I'm a legal shop, that like I should have more access than what some of these other motherfuckers may have. You know what I'm saying? If I can get quality product, all right, you know what I'm saying? You got your little $30 eight, $25 eights, whatever it may be. I'm finna combat that. You know what I'm saying? You can combat it and you can get your stuff, you can get your shit coming in, and you will shut them down a whole total different way. Yeah. Businessly.
Right. Yeah, and it's a lot of businesses, cannabis businesses that's legal right now, that's probably well liked and well, you know, and take care of the consumers and shit like that. That's going to survive the situation, man, once they get there. But it's like, shit, if you think about it, if all these companies, you know, that sell one particular product, which is weed and edibles, how are they gonna really band together? And what way will they band together and create revenue for each other? How do you? What idea would you have if you was in that situation as a dispensary owner, a grower? How would you get the wheels moving for you guys, for all these a few businesses to get together?
It's the sharing of information and resources. You know, it's like a simple way that I can put it, you know what I'm saying? It's like, if you go back in time, you have the villages. You have one village may be real good with the medicine. You have another village that may be real good in growing the crops. You have another one that may be real good in the hunting. But once you have all these three coming together, you have your fruits and vegetables. You have your meats and things of such. You have your medicine. You have your clothing. That's coming with the sharing of resources, and that's making that community really strong. You know, and it's like, I done watched you at times, like, talk to certain people, and it's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you don't got this, that, and that. You will share some of the information you got that you done sat down and learned on your own. You know what I'm saying? And that's vital information. Therefore, you could have just been a stingy motherfucker and be like, man, nah, I'm gonna whack this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But as a community, it's like, all right, I know something. You may know it, but you not may be aware that you know the shit. So I'm finna share this information with you. Yep. You know, and then it's like, likewise, they may know something or be like, oh, well, I don't too much deal with this like that, but I know somebody such and such. That's keeping this community strong. You know what I'm saying? So if like these outside motherfuckers, Walmarts, fucking Newport, Camel, all that shit.
Slide in.
Y'all, all right, y'all can compete with that shit, but it's like this community right here, it's like they sharing of their resources, and then you can go to this next community over here. They sharing their resources. That's still two communities that's within the cannabis world.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of that. I think it's gonna be a lot of that, but just think about how many prospects, cannabis prospect businesses that's out there. How many businesses that's out there that's flailing right now? You know what I'm saying? That's like, we don't know what the fuck is gonna happen and shit though. You know what I mean? And I get that perspective, but just say, what if you got 7 growers, 3 dispensaries? The math got to match up too though, for everybody to be able to eat. You know what I'm saying?
And then that way, you know what I'm saying, it's like, okay, that's where some of your competition or your business, what you say, business ethic will come in.
Yeah.
Be like, all right, if these 7 growers, we got top quality shit coming from these 7 growers. They not trying to put each other up out of business. They got a cool ass, friendly ass competition. My plants is finna be better than yours. I'm finna come out and do this 7 different ones.
Yeah, but
man, we these shops, I get to choose from all of this type of shit.
Just think though, if it's as far as the consumers that's coming in when they get there, just think if it's not, it might be flooded, but just think if it's not flooded like that though. You know what I mean? Everybody not gonna eat, you know what I'm saying? Everybody not. I love that way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? That positive way of thinking though, for sure. Because that's what we be on though. But just realistically, it's not gonna happen like that.
But look,
because
watch this though.
Hold on, because people are, it's gonna be like blood in the water. You know what I'm saying? And sharks and shit flying. Oh, it's blood in the water. You know what I mean? Like, out of here. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's more money for us. Out of here. That's more money for us. Gone. That's more money for us.
Yeah.
That's because you gotta survive.
But it's like, all right, that's
business.
I understand that too right there. But it's like if you got your business, you know what I'm saying, you got your team and your business is actually, you seeing a profit from it. You able to eat, you able to clothe yourself, you able to, you know what I'm saying, have shelter. Mm-hmm. That's a good business to me.
Yep.
I may not be competing with these others, but I'm making a profit from my business.
Yep.
I'm living off of my business.
For sure.
My business is, if I make it unique, I adapt to the times. My children, my cousins, nephews, they'll come up behind and they'll carry on that torch.
Yep.
And I'm just finna say, like, within our little circle, there is a sharing of resources that's there that keep everybody afloat.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So even though, like, what I'm speaking, maybe it may not apply to other people and what they're doing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But the concept that I have or whatever it may be, I see it happening, whether like ours, we see it or not. You know what I'm saying? Certain things come up. It's shared. You know what I'm saying? This is an opportunity. Oh, it's shared. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Oh, fuck the opportunity. This is knowledge. Yep. It's shared.
It's shared. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's valuable shit. You know what I'm saying? And that shit is practice. So if I can meet those requirements to where it's like, all right, I can see a little profit, I can keep my family afloat. I don't gotta be no fucking billionaire at the moment.
Facts,
you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So that's where I'm getting that's where I'm coming from with my little concept in my 2023 pushing forward.
Yep, and like I said, because I agree, man, and I love the positive thinking, no, for real. Because we kind of like-minded in that same aspect. That's the way we go with it, though. You know what I mean? But just in the realm of business, like talking about the challenges of 2023 in this cannabis industry, it's gonna be hard, though. It's gonna be some growing pains. You know what I mean? And I hope a lot of these up and coming businesses, survive. Once they get there and can make it over that mountain, to be able to keep pushing and feeding their families because it's important. Mm-hmm. But it's a lot of these businesses right now that's nervous. You know what I'm saying? That's scared and shit, though, because they don't know what's going to happen. We done talked to some and shit, though.
True.
You know what I mean? It's a lot of them that's like, damn, right now it's kind of a little gray area. We could kind of like, figure out a way, some kind of way and shit, though, even though it's getting a little stricter and stricter and stricter. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And even just trying to open up a business and shit like that, a cannabis business, you might have to go to another state. You know what I'm saying? There might be another state that you can go to that's a little more lenient, or it might not cost as much to get in, however you want to be, being a grower, edible producer, or whatever you're trying to do.
But if that's your passion and stuff like that, I mean, that move shouldn't really too much bother you because
Hell
it's
nah.
like even like take the cannabis up out of it. You have people with employment opportunities that come across seas, other states, and you have to be relocated, and you take that and you go and you flourish.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? If it's something that happens like that within the cannabis world, I encourage it. I mean, if you can go to this place and you can make your business flourish, go make your business flourish.
Facts.
You will have time to recreate, you know what I'm saying, once you meet your quota.
That's a fact. That's a fact, man. Yeah, man. So it's definitely gonna be, and I believe it's gonna be a lot of positives, in 2023 in the cannabis industry. Like we said, for those companies that that do band together, and that do push the same line and shit like that, though. Because as we talking and shit though, and I'm thinking about it, it's ways that these businesses can help each other flourish by doing festivals, putting together different events where each
being unique.
each brand can be there and represent their brand and shit like that though, and let the consumers choose who they want to fuck with. You know what I mean? So it'll definitely be opportunities and shit to get there, especially for them legal and legit businesses to make they shit though. But it's gonna be a fight like a motherfucker though, it's gonna be a push because once they do this shit though, and if they do this shit, man, motherfuckers is gonna be like, what the fuck? Oh, nigga, we can go get a pack of weed. Motherfuckers be like, we can go get a pack. I guarantee at these stores and shit, it's gonna be some spots that's probably had a weed in the jar and shit like that. Then you're gonna have to really watch this shit though, man, because you might go to some spots that had a spice and shit though. And they're like disguising it as weed and shit though. But I say one thing about me with my best way to smoke, man. I know where my shit come from, and that's how I'm gonna keep it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I'm gonna smoke it. You know what I mean?
On everything.
For real, man. So look, man, we appreciate y'all for tapping in and tuning in with us. And we just wanted to talk about that, what we think and what we know is gonna kind of be an issue in 2023, and even some of the positives. And like Serpo said, just to be to kind of think positive, because we both, like I said, we both like-minded in that aspect, man, and want things to go and be progressive, but we definitely got to fucking be realistic and shit, though,
man.
Because we know business is business, and it ain't no love in that shit, it ain't no love lost, none of that shit, though. It's business, though. But look, Big J tapping in, Best Way to Smoke.
Serpo Jr., make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and tell a friend.
Yes, Best Way.
I forgot to give out the words, man.